So first I thought this was a question of like, hey, I've got a game idea. Will you make my game idea? Which is a horrible question because everyone's got ideas. You think game developers don't have ideas? Of course they have ideas. But this isn't that question. This is a good question. And this is why you should actually read carefully, I guess. Or not read in the middle of the night when you wake up and you can't sleep and so you turn on TikTok. But, okay, so for this question, there's a whole bunch of ways you can get started. You can get started just, you can make a game. You can go ahead. You pick up Game Maker. You can pick up Unreal, Roblox, whatever. Roblox, the deal's so bad for people there, except if you have access to a huge audience, right? But especially if you don't have a name, you got to get something out there and you got to kind of prove it, right? I was coming from somebody who had a name. And so I was actually on the board of a VR company, VReal. And we were talking one day, and some of the other investors were there, and I was talking about how I saw the future of the industry. I was talking with Ed Fries, and he's super smart, so I was disagreeing with him, which is always scary to disagree with a really smart person. And he still may be right. But so I just had laid out kind of an alternative viewpoint to his view. And one of the investors said, hey, if you ever start something, I'll fund it. And that's literally what they did. So Upfront Ventures gave us a chunk of money. And from that, we could start hiring people. Because so the scary thing as always is, for me, is I'm fine. I can go fine. But if I'm going to start something up and I'm going to pay people, I need to be able to pay them not that month, not that half a year. I got to pay them for years, right? And so I got to be able to tell them, I'm like, I'm always very transparent. Here's the money we have. Here's when it runs out. Here's what has to happen. Blah, 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 right? So I had this game idea. And I had this game idea of just wanting to make 70s sci-fi. And originally it wasn't even really like a Left 4 Dead-ish kind of thing. It was something a little bit different. And then I'm just like, man, nobody's making this kind of game still. I want to make a new one of this and have new mods that have this different kind of art set to them. Because I really like 70s sci-fi and what I'll do. And so that was it. Is I made a kind of pitch deck that's got some images in it. I wish I could find the original pitch deck that I sent. Because originally my co-founder, I pitched her. I came at a bar and I'm like, hey, this is what I want to make. I had this and it was literally the roughest pitch deck you've ever seen of it was just images from Space 1999 and 2001 Space Odyssey and stuff. And I'm like, let's do this. And so that's one way. The other way is a publisher where you actually show them something. And so a publisher often wants to see a prototype. They say they can look at the prototypes. They can't. And you kind of got to work through it with them and show them that way. But really, if you can't do it by yourself and you need to hire people, you need to get money to pay them or all agree to work for free, which I kind of seen happen sometimes. It's hard. But there are ways to do it. But you can prototype your stuff really quickly.